Hi students, hope all are fine. The today topic we'll see under that unit 2 is glaucoma. That is I in this will see glaucoma is expected question. In this first before going to the disease condition just will see about anatomy and physiology. Okay, the canal permit fluid to the brain. Okay, the canal permit fluid to the brain out of the eye into the systemic circulation, so a constant intraocular pressure is maintained. It is the normal things. If we know that there is an eyes, there is a aqueous fluid will be there, vitreous humor fluid will be there. If the canal, that there is a canal will be there, if you can able to see that Salomon canal and trabecular meshwork. Okay, if there is a no, that blockage will be there. In this what will be happen, there is a systemic circulation will be constant will be there, and because of this the intraocular pressure will be maintained. Okay, it will be a normal only intraocular pressure. Next, in this image you can see there is finally you can see there is a meshwork angle will be there, and because of this the angle there is a fluid exit here. Okay, the fluid will be exit here. This is a normal anatomy. Okay, like this. If it is a blockage will be there, because of this what will be happen, the fluid will be accumulate in itself in the eye. Okay, anterior chamber. Now we'll see the disease condition glaucoma. Glaucoma is a group of ocular disease characterized by increased IOP, intraocular pressure, cupping, and atrophy of the optic nerve ahead. Visual field changes. Then glaucoma, if you define the glaucoma, you have to tell these three things. Okay, these three things you have to tell. There is an increased intraocular pressure will be there, and the cupping and the atrophy of the optic nerve head will be there, and the visual field change also will be there. In this image you can see there is a cupping, atrophy of optic nerve will be there, and the visual field changes will be there. That is a glaucoma. In this the glaucoma, what will be happen, there is a normal drainage channel. Okay, in the first image you can, there is a normal flowing, it will be happening, and it will, in this there is a block drainage channel, there will be a blockage will be there. Because of this what will be happen, blockage, there is a pressure will build up. Okay, inside the eye the pressure will be build up, and that because it will do effect on the changes in the optic nerve. Okay, because it will put pressure. Okay, it will put pressure in the optic nerve. That condition we call as a, that in this we call as a glaucoma. Okay, in this normal drainage channel will be there, and blocked drainage channel will be there. Okay, next, what can be classification? By the anatomic size of anterior chamber angle, there is a open angle glaucoma and angle closer glaucoma. There is a two classification: open angle glaucoma, angle closer glaucoma. Now that in glaucoma there is a open angle. Okay, open angle, it is a drainage canal will be there, open angle, iris, cornea, and the lens, fluid flow, and the drainage caused by slow blockage of drainage canal, result in increase in this what will be happen, the blockage, slow blockage will be there, and because of this what will be happen, there is an increase intraocular pressure. Wide and open angle between the iris and the cornea develops slowly and is lifelong condition. Okay, it will develop slowly itself. Okay, and it can be a lifelong condition. Symptoms and damage are not noticed. In this what will be happen, the symptoms and damage are not noticed. Most common 90% of all cases. Okay, in this what will be happen, there will be 90% of all most common cases will be there, open angle. Next one is a closed angle. In closed angle what will be happen, the drainage canal, that is the angle will be closed only. Okay, the closed by blockage of drainage canal, the result in sudden rise in intraocular pressure. Closed or narrow angle, in this what will be happen, there is a closed will be the narrow angle between the iris and cornea, develops rapidly, it will be developed fast. Okay, symptoms and damage are noticeable, require immediate medical attention. In this closed angle, it is a more, we have to give more attention to that closed glaucoma angle. Okay, next, what can be etiology for that? The etiology will be age, that older people, hereditary, myopia, diabetic mellitus, ocular trauma, ocular surgery, topical and periocular corticosteroid. In this, what will be happen? There will be ocular surgery will be there, and there are topical and periocular corticosteroid also will be a etiology for that this condition. Next, what can be pathophysiology? Due to the etiological factor, there will be increased IOP, intraocular pressure, and it will damage, compress the optic nerve. Okay, it fails to carry visual information to the brain. Okay, it fails to carry visual information to the brain and result in loss of vision. Okay, what is happen? There is because of this, what will be happen? The loss will be result in loss of vision. Next one is what can be sign and symptoms. In this sign and symptoms, there the person will have that eye pain, gradual loss of peripheral vision followed by loss of vision in the end stage, blurred vision will be there, rainbow hollows round around, how that rainbow around that it will showing like that only will be there, nausea, vomiting, sometime accompanied by abdominal pain. Okay, sometime what will be happen, there will be a nausea, vomiting, sometimes the person will have that abdominal pain also, sign and symptoms. Next, there is a redness of sclera and conjunctiva, increased intraocular pressure will be there, tunnel vision will be there, difficulty to focusing on near or distance objects. Okay, in this what will be happen, the person will have difficulty to focusing on near or distance object. Difficulty to focus on near or distant objects. Next will be a squinting position, blinking. There is a squinting that we can pehra kind of squinting, that red rimmed encrusted or swollen lid will be there, double vision will be there, excess tearing or watery eyes will be there. There will be excess water and it will be come out. Next, what can be diagnostic evaluation? We have to collect history collection, physical examination, tonometry. Tonometry, it helps to determine the pressure, intraocular pressure. Okay. Next, gynoscopy is using a gyno lens together with a slit lamp or operating microscope to view the iridocorneal angle or the anatomical angle formed between the eyes and cornea iris. Okay. In this what will be happen, there is a gyno lens together with slit lamp or operating microscopic that we have to see the angle. Okay, ophthalmoscopic visualization of the retina. Next is a perimetry test. Okay, perimetry test, a visual field test, is an eye examination that can detect dysfunction. Okay, that it helps to detect dysfunction and in central and peripheral vision. Okay, in this perimetry test, a visual field test. Okay, a visual field test is an eye examination that can detect dysfunction in central or peripheral vision. Okay, it can be, we can find out the central also, peripheral vision also. Next one is a dilated eye exam. Okay, dilated eye exam is examine the health of the optic nerve and retina. Okay, in this we have to examine the health of the optic nerve and retina. Dilated, the health of optic nerve and retina. Next one is a slit lamp examination. Slit lamp examination, undilated pupil, dilated pupil. Also we have to do slit lamp examination. Next, what can be a management? Okay, in this the medical management is an anti-glaucoma medication. Anti-glaucoma medication is a cholinergic. Okay, cholinergic is a decreased formation, increased outflow of aqueous humor, and that widen trabecular meshwork. Example, pilocarpine and carbocohol. In this, what will be cholinergic? What they will do? They will they decrease the formation of aqueous humor, and that it will increase the outflow of aqueous fluid. That's why we can give the cholinergic. Next one is the anticholinergic drugs. Anticholinergic drugs, it will be a contract ciliary muscles. It will contract the ciliary muscles, which facilitate outflow of aqueous humor. Okay, contract ciliary muscles which facilitate outflow aqueous humor. It helps to reduce that outflow of aqueous humor. Example, ectothifate, iodide, and physogetamig. Okay, anticholinergic. It helps to contract ciliary muscles and outflow of fluid. Adrenergic agonist. Inhibit aqueous production and facilitate outflow. Epinephrine and diveraphin. In this, what will be happen? They will inhibit the aqueous production. Okay, that aqueous production, and they will increase the outflow. Next is a beta-adrenergic antagonist. Okay, beta-adrenergic antagonist reduce aqueous humor formation and may increase outflow. What will be happen? It will reduce the aqueous humor formation, and may increase outflow. Example, Timlo, Betaxol. Okay, it will reduce the aqueous humor formation and may increase outflow. Next one is a carbonic anhydrase inhibitors. That carbonic anhydrase inhibitors also we can use. It helps to decrease aqueous production. It helps to decrease aqueous production by inhibiting the carbonic anhydrase in the ciliary body. Okay, that example is acetozolamide and methazolamide. Acetozolamide and methazolamide, the carbonic anhydrase inhibitors that decrease aqueous production by inhibiting carbonic anhydrase. They helps to reduce the aqueous production. Next one is a hypersomatic agent. Movement of water from intraocular structure to circulation via plasma osmolarity. Example is glycerin and mannitol. That is help to hypersomatic agent. Next, what is the surgical management? In the surgical management is a laser procedure, laser trabeculoplasty. In this, it is done on an argon laser equipped slit lamp using a Goldman ikonoscopy lens mirror. Specify argon laser is used to improve drainage through the eye trabecular meshwork from which the aqueous humor drain. In this laser trabeculoplasty, what will be happen? They will using the laser. Through the laser, they will widen the space. Especially argon laser is used to improve the drainage through the eye trabecular meshwork and from which the aqueous humor drain. That is a laser trabeculoplasty. Next one is the argon and krypton. Argon is a peripheral idioplasty, is useful procedure to eliminate a positional angle closure. That helps to a positional angle closure, and the laser is applied at the iris periphery. They will use in the periphery side iris periphery. Heat from laser create iris and stromal shrinkage and mechanically pulls away iris tissue from trabecular meshwork. Okay, in this with the this also they are using some kind of phrase with that they are heat with the from laser and create a stromal shrinkage and mechanical pulls away iris tissue and trabecular mesh, because they are making the pathway for evacuate of fluid. Next is laser iridotomy. Laser iridotomy to allow the equalization of pressure between the anterior front and posterior back chambers of the eye by making a hole in the superior peripheral iris. In this, what will be happen? Laser iridotomy, they will make one hole. They will make in the one hole in the superior peripheral iris, and with that the between the anterior and the posterior chamber the pressure will be equal. Next is a viscocanalostomy. Viscocanalostomy is a non-penetrating procedure aimed at increasing the outflow facility by creating a significant morphological change at the trabecular meshwork level. It can be effective procedure in lowering intraocular pressure. Okay, it can be effective procedure in lowering intraocular pressure. Okay, in open angle glaucomatous eyes. Okay, in this what will be happen? If you known this is a non-penetrating procedure aimed to increasing the outflow facility by creating a significant morphological changes at the trabecular meshwork level. It is an effective procedure, okay, for lowering the intraocular pressure. Vesiconostomy. Next is a filtering procedure. Filtering is a trephinine step by operative procedure to correct a strabismus, erection of the right internal rectus muscles, intersection and advancement of right external. They will do the filtering procedure. They will correct the external rectus muscles. Next is the sclerotomy. The surgery works by building up a new outflow pathway for the drainage of the aqueous humor while maintaining the integrity of anterior chamber. In this, what will be happen? They are making the outflow pathway for the drainage. Okay, with that the aqueous humor can be drained out. Sclerotomy. Next one is a thermal sclerotomy with the heat. Okay, with the flap is extended plus limbus into the cornea and paralysis site be made, anterior chamber is entered. That is there is a thermal sclerotomy. Next one is trabeculotomy. This is achieved by making a small hole in the eye wall sclera covered by a thin flap to door to the sclera. That is a trabeculotomy. Next is the filtering tube and implants. What they are doing, they are implanting the one kind of filtering tube. With that filtering tube, that fluid will come out. Okay, filtering device, the lower intracorneal pressure by draining aqueous humor to the external subconjunctival space. Next one is a cyclocryotherapy. Cyclocryotherapy, it is a procedure that employ temperature, okay, as low as 11280 degrees Celsius to destroy the ciliary body. Ablation or destruction of part of the ciliary body levels the intraocular, decreasing the fluid aqueous humor within the eye and thus helping to control glow. In this they will have the freezing temperature, they are reducing the pressure. That is a cyclocryotherapy. Next is a cyclodialysis. Cyclodialysis is a result of separation of the longitudinal ciliary muscle fiber from the sacral spur, which create an abnormal pathway for aqueous humor drainage, and they are making some path through that the fluid can come out. Cyclodialysis. Then what can be complication? The complication will be a blindness. Okay, and that what is a post-operative complication? Corneal damage will be there, hemorrhage, iritis, hypertony, cataract formation, atrophy of the eyeball, and the cytoid macular edema. This kind of a complication will be there. Next, what can be prognosis? There is a no cure for glaucoma. Early detection, treatment maximize the preservation of vision. Okay, this again I am repeating that glaucoma is a condition of the ocular disease. In this what will be happen? There will be a increased intraocular pressure, and that it will affect the optic nerve, atrophy of the optic nerve, and it leads to the vision loss. It's having a types open and closed glaucoma, and why it is happening? Because of the blockage in the trabecular meshwork, and because of blockage there is a pressure will be in more. Okay, and it will put pressure on the optic nerve. Okay, and it will be damaged. Okay, and it's having a symptoms. That symptoms will optic nerve damage, then vision loss. Okay, vision loss, papillary edema. This kind of symptoms will be there. What can be a management? In the management will be as that we have to give the carbonic, that medicine, drugs, in this the medicine will be there, that is that anti-allergy, cholinergic. Okay, that is a surgical management. In this anti-glaucoma medication, cholinergic drugs, anticholinergic drugs, adrenergic agonist, and that beta-adrenergic antagonist, carbonic anhydrase inhibitors, hypersomatic agents. That these are the surgical management. Is a laser trabeculoplasty, then argon, carapton, then laser iridotomy, then viscocanalostomy, then filtering procedure is there, sclerotomy is there, thermal sclerotomy is there, trabeculotomy will be there, filtering tubes and implant will be there, cyclocryotherapy will be there, cyclodialysis will be there. Okay, and then what can be complication? There is a blindness will be complication, corneal damage, hemorrhage, iritis, hypertony, cataract formation, atrophy of the eyeball. These are the condition for the glaucoma. Is the most expected question in your final in your third year from this unit. Okay, thanks class.